So the president really is just a face on an ideology that exists from a group of people, whatever philosophy he subscribes to.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just say real thing. Real life street stars. Know what time it is. Real life street stars. We got him back in the building. Hey, newcomer, but he's back like he never left. You hear me? Dawgface back in the building.
You know what it is, man. I come to fuck shit up,
Man, channel alumni.
Yeah, no doubt.
No doubt. Man, you know, on this one though, man, we're gonna hit him with some grown man real talk. Now, I ain't gonna lie, bro. On one of the interviews, shout out to D, you kind of vouched for Trump a little bit, right?
I did.
So I want to ask you, how do you feel like he's doing?
I feel like he's doing how he designed it to be. Whenever you examine the role or how effective or ineffective a president is, you don't never look at the president. You look at the people and the power behind the president. Right. The president is really just a figurehead, and it's been that way since the beginning of this country. So the president really is just a face on an ideology that exists from a group of people, whatever philosophy he subscribes to.
Right.
Donald Trump is nothing more than a caricature of himself, bro. Donald Trump represents a bigger thing, which is why as soon as he got reelected, you saw that everything moved faster in the second term,
right,
the first term, because now they have the experience.
Yeah.
Because everybody that was behind him before, they never thought he was gonna win to begin with, right?
No, they really didn't.
Yeah. So once he lost and he won again, they came into office like gangbusters.
They letting their nuts hang.
Right, letting their nuts hang. They don't give a fuck what Congress do. They don't give a fuck what the Senate do. They don't give a fuck about none of that kind of shit, because they realize that, hey, we don't give a fuck what the Senate talked about. We don't give a fuck. We don't care what the House is talking about. We're gonna do what we want to do, and if you don't like it, then you stop us.
Let me ask you this: why do so many street niggas identify with Trump? Because I've noticed that.
It's the whole Donald Trump effect, bro. I mean, it's the whole Bill Clinton effect. Bill Clinton, when it comes to his relationship with black people and his kinship to the so-called black cause, Bill Clinton's term as president was more detrimental and had more of a negative impact on black people than Ronald Reagan, a president who was a staunch Republican, who people looked at as a racist and a bigot. Bill Clinton, right? Yeah, the devil always come dressed in sheep clothing, bro.
Right.
So Bill Clinton and his entire administration was a lot more negative as it relates to black people and our causes and things that we believe in than Donald Trump. Donald Trump, he is what he is. He is what he's designed to be. Donald Trump and Charlie Kirk, who was the next up and coming Donald Trump, they are what this country wanted to see happen.
You know, it's crazy, right? Because they always say, you know, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. In the middle ground, at the middle, they kind of losing ground, right?
Right.
Like right now in the streets, how do you feel like people are surviving? What do you think people will take? What measures do you think people will take to survive in this state of the economy that we're in right now?
I mean, first of all, people have always been, so in the country we live in now, specifically, you talking about all people or just black people?
We talking about our people right now, yeah.
All people?
Yeah, our people. No, our people.
Oh, our people? Oh shit, coming out the pandemic, man, you had so many people who took so many different losses. And the pandemic really exposed what black people thought was possible. It really exposed a lot of weaknesses that existed inside the black nation, inside the black race. Black people, what came out of it is that black people really understand now, or should understand, that in order to be successful, it's going to take more than just a 9 to 5. It's going to take more than just working for somebody. If you really genuinely want to be successful, you have to find a way to start your own business, start your own program. If not, then you're going to be subject to the whims of whatever the company does. I'm from Detroit, so Detroit, in a large part of the job market in Detroit is through the automotive industry, Ford, GM, and Chrysler.
Yeah.
How Ford, GM, and Chrysler goes, so does the entire state of Michigan.
Yeah.
So when they lay off, when GM lays off 500-600 people, when Chrysler lays off 900 to 1,000 people, you change, when you have 900 people who are making $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year when they get laid off, right? Then you throw the whole economy of the city into a tailspin. So I'm thinking that what it should have taught people is that you have to find something. You have to find your own niche. You can't just simply rely on a 9-to-5 job. You can't rely on a company because companies come and go. And if the pandemic didn't teach anybody anything else, it should have taught them that.
Right.
And coming out there, I talk to people all the time about businesses, and people say, well, damn, what business should I invest my money in now, in 2025?
Right.
I said, the first thing you need to do is you need to examine the businesses that were able to survive the pandemic. Not even necessarily thrive, but survive. Because the pandemic was a worldwide shutdown. So any business that was able to survive, even if they didn't grow, if they didn't thrive through the pandemic, if they were able to survive the pandemic, that is the type of industry, that's the type of job market, that's the type of companies you should be looking to invest in. Because anything that was able to withstand that and still be standing coming out of the pandemic, you gotta take a look at it.
You know, it's crazy. I wasn't arguing, but I was chopping it up with my homeboy, right? And we were debating, since the pandemic, it feels like America itself is losing its trajectory on the world as far as dominance.
Before the pandemic.
Before
the pandemic, because we live in a capitalistic society. Right. So in America, everything's for sale. So what the pandemic did and what Donald Trump's presidency did, it really highlighted the fact that this country is for sale. It's been for sale. But what it really did, it exposed in the rawest form, in the rawest fashion, right? Because Donald Trump raw dogged that shit, you hear me? Right? And then everything played, and they would see, listen, white America, they were waiting for a Donald Trump. They were waiting for a cowboy, no pun intended. They were waiting for somebody who operated outside the norms of what normal politics was considered to be. They were waiting for that. White America couldn't wait to get a racist motherfucker in there so they could start to be racist again. They couldn't wait to call a nigga. They couldn't wait to call a fag, right? Now, listen, just take a look at this, bro. And I know I'm off the subject, but let's look at it. Never, in the last 20 years, it has never been so acceptable to call somebody gay a fag, or to use any type of slander or derogatory word towards homosexuals. Now, you can call a fag, you can call a sissy a sissy, you can call a punk, and ain't nobody mad at you. You ain't getting canceled for it. Listen, 10 years ago, if you were to say, oh, I don't like fags, to even say the word fag,
they turn the TV
or
off.
sissy, right?
Yeah.
Or to even say punk, or to even refer to anybody who's living a homosexual lifestyle as anything other than homosexual or alternative lifestyle living motherfucker.
Right.
If you were to say anything like that, they would cancel you. Hollywood would cancel your ass. It's a Snoop Dogg effect.
Yeah.
It's a Snoop Dogg effect. Snoop Dogg is a prime example.
Yeah,
I don't know why he caved in. He was supposed to, Snoop Dogg bitch ass was supposed to grab a hold to the whole Donald Trump shit and run with it. But it is what it is, man. We live in a society now where anything goes. This country, anything goes. And coming out of the pandemic, when you examine Donald Trump's administration, and then I don't want to just blame everything on Trump.
Right.
Because black people are so disenchanted with politics as a whole, right? And when you look at the conservatives versus the liberals, bro, when it comes to politics as a whole, none of that shit really serves the best interests of black people. Black people got to wake up and stop being so brand loyal to people who don't give a fuck about them. There is the whole Charlie Kirk situation, for example. It's a battle between the conservatives and the liberals. Hey, listen, bro, the conservatives campaign and ideology and philosophy versus the liberal ideology and campaign. Neither one of those things necessarily play in the favor of black people or the things that we need in order to be successful. And that's why I always say now that as a people, if we don't learn to unify, if we don't learn to come together, right, then we're going to be in trouble because nobody gives a fuck about us.
Facts.
We don't even give a fuck about us.
That's a big fact, bro.
So if we don't give a fuck about ourselves, how then can we take our collective power and force somebody else to give a fuck about the issues that affect us as a people?
Shout out Reallyfe Street Stars, nigga. Moolah. Hey.